joining a very, very proud and hard-working marching band. Unbelievably so. We fight each other, we argue, but when it comes for us to get together and take somebody else on, they lose. And I'm telling you this because you have an instant fraternity and sorority within this group right here of people that have been through what you're about to go through and have survived. And some of them don't look nearly as bad for their wear. They're looking pretty good. So you understand that you are part of a big family and we're going to take care of you. I'm going to work you harder than you've worked in any band camp ever. And if you're going to survive that, and all of you will, and if you're going to flourish and you're going to be a part of this great ensemble, you're going to realize when it's all over that there's nothing that you can't do while you're here at Kansas State. Players and the students that are coming to school really haven't changed for decades and decades. And some people agree, some people disagree. So what has happened and what has changed is the fact that we as teachers and coaches don't expect as much as we used to. And that hits the nail right on the head. Right smack dab on the head. That's really true. So right from the get-go, I will expect a lot.
So why did you become a band director?
Why did I become a band director? Something I always wanted to do. It looked like fun, and I had enough other types of jobs in high school and college that made me money, but didn't really like.
Yeah.
This is one of those that it's not a job; it's a way of life. Without question.
Where did you start at? Like, did you start with like a high school or?
Yeah, I started teaching elementary, junior high in DeForest, Wisconsin, for 2 years, and I taught high school in Cleveland, Ohio, West Geauga High School for 4 years. I went back, got my doctorate, and I went to Syracuse University as assistant band director for 4 years. And I went to Morehead State University as director of bands for 2 years, and then I've been here for, this will be my 18th year.
Wow. What qualities make a good band director, do you think?
Work ethic, an attitude of never giving up, persistence. There's a bunch of them. Obviously, you got to know your trade and all that sort of stuff. You got to know your business and know your music and know that sort of thing. But the work ethic and things of that nature are probably monumental in whether or not going to succeed or not.
How did you become successful? Like, did you like learn any tricks through your experiences, or?
You just learn as you go along. I'm not so sure on what successful means. I mean, just keep going, keep working, keep trying to get better and better. Somebody else is going to decide if I'm successful or not. I'm not going to. I know I'm successful in doing something I really like to do and enjoy. So if that's success, then you betcha.
Sounds like it to me.
Yeah, so...
Have you ever come across a point like where you just kind of felt overwhelmed or like burned out, and if you did, like
never
how'd you?
Burned out, overwhelmed sometimes. That's just because maybe I'm just not as organized as I need to be, and you can always be more organized. It's one of those where the busier you get, the more you take on, the more you accomplish. So I've never felt burned out. I'm not sure what burned out is.
Yeah, me either.
Don't confuse burned out with bored.
Yeah.
People that are bored in their life, it's their own fault. Nobody else's but their own fault. Boredom is a self-imposed disease. There's no question about that.
What are like the main differences between like teaching at elementary level, like high school level, and university?
Sometimes I wonder. It's just a different level. Teaching music is teaching music. Teaching is teaching. Just a different level, different clientele. You speak differently to them. Your pace is a little bit different depending on who you're dealing with, but I really don't change much of anything other than the way that I approach them. So it's not like the completely different junior high
Yeah.
phase or high school phase. It's not that at all.
What can you do to like gain support of your program? Like if you're having troubles with that, or what have you done?
First of all, if you enjoy what you do, you're going to do it well. And if you pay the price to be successful, you will be successful. Everybody wants to be part of something successful. Everybody wants to be part of a winner. Everybody wants to be part of something very good. So that's going to come. And with that comes notoriety, comes public support, so on and so forth. It was never a goal to become popular. It was never a goal to amass a tremendous amount of support. It was just a goal to build a program, and all of this stuff follows it. And that's important. That's first. Building the program.
Yeah.
Everything else will fall into place. Your generation, unfortunately, is more obsessed with getting the following and being popular and that sort of thing.
Yeah. And getting it quickly.
Backwards.
Yeah.
Very backwards. That's my opinion. That's worth about 13 cents.
What are like the pros and cons of the profession? Like, what's most rewarding and like what's your biggest challenge?
Just seeing the band succeed, seeing kids grow, seeing your program get better. Those are all the most rewarding things. Doing something you really love is rewarding. Challenges, lazy people, lazy kids. Helicopter parents, people that, you know what helicopter parents are?
No.
Hover over their kids.
Oh.
They don't let their kids make decisions, they don't let their kids ask the questions. Just hover over their kids. And their kids get here and ultimately they crash. Because they just can't do anything for themselves.
Yeah.
So those are problems.
Tan hut, go K-State! Well, we have a posture problem in the band. What's the best way to fix the posture problem? Here we go. Up in the air. You all look like fucking. And high mark time. Up and good. If you have students that can't do this, don't make them. I don't want to fix the horn. 8 counts forward. Ready? And forward. March and move. Hey, hop, hop, good. All right, bring the horns down. You notice that fixed the posture right away because you have to balance the horn up there. That really does it. Okay, here we go. Let's go. We have a society of victims. Everybody's a victim in our society right now. And we need more victors. We need people that do not become victims, that become solutions to some of the problems that create that mentality. If you have one hell of a curveball, keep throwing the curveball. But on the side, when nobody's watching, learn to do a slider. Because eventually they're going to catch on to the curveball, they're going to figure it out, and then you need to throw the slider, and they're just throwing completely off task, right? If you apply that work ethic, and your talent, and your brain, you can do it all. Everybody here is going to graduate in 4 years, you're all going to get jobs, you're all going to make lots of money, and then you're going to donate it back to the band, and we're going to build a new band hall in the North End. That's all right. And it's going to be the Frank Trace Give a Shitter Band Hall. And I got to start with this before I introduce Dr. Mortensen. The grad students, I have a saying in bands, is that if your give a shitter's broken, there's nothing I can do. I can't help you. Everybody's got a give a shitter. Everybody know what a give a shitter is? Okay, you're confused. It's okay. My band director never said that in high school. Well, this is just the beginning. Remember, I love you all. Everybody has one of those. Everybody has a give a shitter. When you come into this room, it better not be broken. When you go out in the field, it better not be broken because we care about each other, we care about the band. And to show you how important this is, the grad students have been working all summer. This is just amazing for two things. Number one, they did not have to do this. Number two, there's actually a company that wrote Give a Shitter on a plaque at the National Registry now. This is amazing. I have my own star. Certificate of Registry. There it is right there. You can see it right there. That's it right over here. The It says certificate of registry. Let it be known all the star to all that the star located at RA 110.33076667 and declination -18.62004.722 is named in honor of Dr. Frank Trace Give a Shitter Star. There it is. The official record is listed in the Universal Star Catalog. It's got the .com. It's copyrighted with the government of the United States of America, dedicated August 17, 2010, registration number right there. You can see the star. If you look up in the sky, you got Pluto, and it's 2 blocks west of Uranus, right over here. It's the name of the game. If you can do that, you're going to be in very, very good shape. Now, as we move on, there's a real test. There's a leadership test. The real test. The real test is this. If you had no title or ability to reward or penalize others, would you still get them to follow you? Think about that. In your section, when you were growing up in your section as a freshman or sophomore, even some of the people who've been in and out of here over the years, you know that that little group, there's somebody that had a little group following, didn't they? Sometimes it wasn't in a positive vein, was it? It was negative. So that tells you something right there. Negative people attract negative people. Positive people attract positive people. And we end up going oil and water separate ways and never getting together. What's the key? Is we need to learn to get those negative people out of that little thing there and get them to where they're supposed to be. And that's a challenge. That's a test. And the question is, are you on your title? What is your title? Does it mean anything? And the answer is absolutely not. Director of bands doesn't mean a damn thing. Assistant director of bands doesn't mean a damn thing. Secretary it doesn't mean a thing unless you're productive and it happens. It means something in faculty meetings, which is a whole nother pile of manure I want to go to. An old favorite joke of mine illustrates the positive attitude of the person who takes responsibility for his or her own life, even though circumstances they don't completely control. That's the setup. Well, here you go. Twin boys were born to 2 happy parents, but as the children grew, the parents noticed a dramatic difference in the outlook each had on life. One boy was completely negative. His perspective was consistently one of gloom and doom. No matter what happened, he was downhearted. He was able to find a rain cloud in the sunniest of skies. We all know those people. The other boy was buoyant and looked at everything positively. No matter what happened, he could find the silver lining in the darkest cloud. The parents began to worry that each child had a problem, so one Christmas they attempted a bold experiment to try to change their son's dispositions. Both of them. Here's what they did. For the boy with the negative attitude, they bought the most wonderful gifts. A new bike, a train set, board games, and other fun diversions. To the boy with the positive attitude, they gave a pile of horse manure. Would you like to open up that for Christmas? On Christmas morning, the boy who was negative was led into a room containing all his wonderful gifts. But rather than being delighted, he complained. The bike will become dirty and scratched the first time I ride it, and the other toys will break or wear out, and it's not what I really wanted. Their other son, upon seeing the pile of manure, shocked his parents by instantly shouting out in glee. "Why are you so excited?" his parents asked him. He replied, "With all this manure, there's got to be a pony in here someplace." Think about that. I mean, talk about brutal honesty. He looked at it, a pile of horse crap, and he figured, well, God, they don't like me. He thought of the negative. And he said, there must be a damn horse here someplace. I got a horse for Christmas. This is great. And he started looking for the pony. I mean, that's pretty phenomenal. It's just pretty outstanding. Think about that next time you start complaining about something, because you're going to be presented with a pile of crap. There's no question about it. You seize new opportunities. This is the most productive and best opportunity you're going to have this fall, because you're going to deal with people. In an economy that is not very good, there's a lot of finger pointing. Awful lot of finger pointing. And the economy is such that people are blaming powers to be, administrations past and present or whatever, that the economy is like it is because of those people. Well, no, it's not. It's because of all of us. And they're blaming people because they don't have jobs. Well, you may not have the job that you really want, but there are jobs out there. What's the old saying? Our grandparents used to call flipping burgers an opportunity, not minimum wage. Because if you learn how to flip burgers, pretty soon maybe you could be the manager. Then maybe you could own the restaurant, then you start your own franchise, and you get out of the grease pit and flipping burgers, and you could start managing a lot of people with the restaurants. If you think that way, you're going to be successful. But if you come out of here and want to get the job that you absolutely want to have for the rest of your life, you're going to fail. You're not going to get it. You've got to earn it. You've got to work for it, and then it's going to have some value. It's going to mean something. So make sure you seize the opportunity.
3, 4.